Yeah, welcome back to DXB today. Hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you're taking a lot from it as well as we address trauma. We've all got trauma. It's just where is it stored and how do you deal with it? Well, I guess our next guest is and has been named as one of the top 20 Arab scientists making the biggest contributions to humanity. That by the British scientific community. It's a warm welcome to the show to the founder and the chairperson of the UAE Genetic Diseases Association and Sheikh Zayed Genetic Research Centre, Her Excellency Dr. Maryam Matar, who joins us again here on the show. Lovely to see you yet again. Thank you so much indeed for being with us.
Welcome, Tom. But it seemed to be you lost weight.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's obviously doing too many TV shows.
I
at the
hope
moment.
it's not stress.
Oh, there might be a little bit of stress, but you know, you never know.
So it's related to our topic.
It is related to our topic. And actually, can we start with definitions, if that's okay? Because we were mentioning a little bit earlier on, a lot of the words we're using here, people might just get a little bit confused about. How do you explain epigenetics to those that don't understand it?
For sure, it's easily we can go with a mobile, which we use almost 24/7. So a mobile, it's a hardware. It's exactly our DNA, which we acquire from our mother and father. Half from mother, half from the father. This is the hardware. These are the DNA. Then the epigenetic is the software, which we need to update every time. So that's what will happen. The software will be updated according to different influence, mainly the environment. And when we talk about the environment, it's not only the lifestyle, it's not only the food, as well as other elements which will pose us in a different situation, mentally, psychologically, physically as well. So today when we talk about epigenetic, it's a very optimistic field of medicine, which tell us exactly that we have upper hand than our genetics. So we can reprogram it, we can mobilize it, and we can biohack it.
So just to clarify, we're not changing our DNA.
Indeed.
Okay, so
we are not changing the hardware.
Okay.
You will stay with your iPhone, whatever it's the series of it.
Okay, so is there a way that we can switch it on and off?
Indeed.
Okay.
That is the lovely part of epigenetic, which I love. It's easily, I'll give you another example. For example, right now, if we take any cell in our body, from the hair, the skin, eye, all of those cells, they have 46 chromosomes. And those 46 chromosomes, literally, they have all the instruction to form any type of cells. While if they are located in the eye, the rest of instruction of other cell formation will be switched off. And the cell will be allowed to differentiate only to an eye cell. So now by having a better understanding about the mechanism of epigenetic, it tells us exactly how we can sometimes push up the puberty age or bring it up, down or up. And again, that was giving us a better understanding. For example, why an ex-female from Africa, she will get her puberty, let's say, between 9 to 11. While the same female, the same age group in Europe, she will get her period between 12 to 14. So here we know that the epigenetic switch on of gene expression was influenced by other environmental factors. And in case of puberty and hormone, it was the temperature and the nutrition.
I love the way that you just explained about the phone and the software and the hardware. That makes it so easy to understand. Unfortunately, we don't get the messages saying we have an update from anywhere automatically. But how does this relate to trauma in particular?
Yeah, you cannot imagine. And that one, which sometimes it's heartbreaking. We are in the Middle East and we have too many refugee camps. And one of the refugee camps, which is in Jordan, our colleague Dr. Dijani, she did a 3-generation gene expression and epigenetic marker identification. So she got the grandmother, and then the mother, and then the daughter, and other children as well. So what they were able to identify, evidence-based, laboratory screened markers, that there was a distinguished switch on a specific gene which is related to hormone which induce stress, or those hormones which will also impact the development of this child, either his height or even the development of a specific part in their brain, especially the frontal lobe. So right now we have evidence that the trauma will have an epigenetic memory throughout the generation, and it might take more than 3 to 4 generations for this child to upcome and overcome all those stress which is switched on all those, unfortunately, nasty epigenetic markers.
Well, I'm very interested to know, Dr. Maryam, because as you said, love your analogy with the hardware and the software with epigenetics, and we know that we can pass these things down.
Indeed.
Let's say we have some negative epigenetics and we have children. Does that then become a part of their hardware, or does it pass on down as epigenetic that can be
It will be
rewritten?
apart from their software.
Okay.
But again, let's be a little bit optimistic and show the bright light of this new science, epigenetics.
They can be good things, right?
Indeed. But again, the most essential part of the whole equation is identifying those markers and being able to switch them off. And the good part of it that right now we have an evidence base that one of the most profound environmental factor which will help us to reprogram all those nasty epigenetic markers is sleep. So if we induce a proper sleep hygiene in a mother who develop all those, let's say, stress and trauma epigenetic marker, in the first 3 months, which is the first trimester, if we induce good environment where she will have a good, happy, caring environment, good sleep hygiene and nutrition, especially the B complex, B1, B6 and B12, and maintaining all these environment around her, we will help that newly born child to have some of those nasty gene epigenetic are switched off, and we will give a chance for the new generation to have a better mental stability and even social smart attitude toward the rest of the humanity without having this bad feeling that he was a victim of a trauma which a grandmother faced in an X time of timeline.
Fascinating, fascinating. As you said, right at the forefront of medicine at the moment, and the benefits and the potential is huge. Talk to me about the UAE's role in this field at the moment in research.
You know, I love my country, and allow me to say we are quite a unique country with all the noble mission which usually United Nations wish to fulfill. But we as a country where we have a leadership having the commitment and as well as we have the financial support. And I go back to Jordan, to a refugee camp, which is completely managed, sponsored, funded by United Arab Emirates government, and through the Red Crescent, we provide a proper, let's say, a safety psychological network for those children. And we are making sure whatever new recommendation or international guidelines coming to provide them with such environment, we are applying it there. So if you go to a refugee camp in Jordan, which is supervised and managed by UAE Red Crescent, you will see even the classroom is completely different. We decided to change even the color of the classroom. And the environment there, we make sure that all the family having a very well-structured community where they believe that they are having that safety net whenever, God forbidden, there is a trauma or a stress from, let's say, an extended family who's coming to visit them to tell them that the situation is more bad and so on. So we provide a psychological support, whereas a social worker will be there from their own ethnicity and their own nationalities. Wow. So we make sure that the language barrier and the culture barrier is not existing. So by having such equation in a place which is well addressed, documented, supervised by international authorities, that itself gives us a very good example and as a pilot study for the rest of the refugee camps.
Amazing.